Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us again today. We're on episode 6 of Making the Right Play podcast. It's your host, Freddie B, man. You know, I got my fellas with us back again. My brother DT, my brother G Clark, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get this show started, man. But we're gonna go a few words here. I just want to start here first and say thanks everybody for the feedback. Thanks everybody for reaching out to us, giving us the props, but also letting us know if there's things to work on. So we appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're building a community with Making the Right Play. It's not just the podcast. We want you guys to make the right play every day. At least think about it. You know what I mean? Do what's best for you, but also think about others. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna pass this off to DT. Any words before we get started, brother?
Hey, just like you said, just want to reiterate, thanks for the support. We truly appreciate the support and feedback. It helps us and allows us to grow. So we so thankful for that. The people that's here, that's tuning in, that's on this journey with us. We just want to say thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and let my little homie GC handle this one.
I'm just gonna piggyback off what y'all said. Thanks for the support, the feedback. We just learning and growing as we go. I want y'all to learn and grow with us, So I'm just blessed to be here, and let's get the show started.
Definitely, I appreciate you guys, man. Also, we want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that follow button. Let me tell y'all, it's free. It's free. It's free 99. Hit that follow button. Subscribe to our YouTube, our TikTok, Instagram. We appreciate all that. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get this show rolling, man. Let's start here, guys. NBA Finals was last night.
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. Yeah, Eastern Conference. I'm sorry. Eastern Conference Finals was last night. As you guys know, the Pacers won. We got OKC versus the Pacers. G, we're gonna start with you here, man. Let us know who you think you want to win and how you think the series are playing out.
I would want the Pacers to win because they close to the city. Even though we in Ohio and the Cavs represent us, we about 4 hours away from them. Indy ain't nothing but like an hour, 40 minutes at the most. But I think it's gonna be an interesting finals. I think it might go 7. I think Rick Carlisle is the better coach. I think OKC got the better talent slightly. But I just won't be shocked if it goes 7. A lot of people think it's gonna be boring because it's two Midwest teams. Shea is I'm gonna say he's a star, but a lot of people is not gravitating to him like Anthony Edwards, stuff like that. But I just think the matchups, me looking at the point guard, me looking at the 2 to 3, but Siakam is gonna be real crucial to me. Who he match up with and who match up with him. Turner, he going to bang down there with Chet. And what's the guy from New York, number 55? Got his name, start with an H. He's more than a banger. But
Hardenstein.
Hardenstein. But one key thing that I know OKC gonna do, they're gonna put Hardenstein on Turner and let Chet roam. That's gonna be crucial. I think they probably had Chet on somebody like Smith. 20 is that 23 for the Pacers? I'll be butchering his first name for some reason. The guy who had the
Neesmith. Yeah, you talking about? Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's going to be crucial. Like Randall, can he duplicate what he did against the Knicks? Now he's in the final bigger stage. Can he hit those timely threes? Clutch defense. It's gonna be real interesting. But I do see a chess match with the Pacers with Rick. Rick Carlisle is one of them coaches that don't get a lot of pub, but he been through the fire. And I just think he gonna come up with a game plan. You're not gonna stop Shea, so we're gonna forget that. It's the Williams and Chet and that bench. To me, might win it for the Thunder, but I am with the Pacers.
Hey DT, what you thinking, man, about this series, man? Who you taking, man?
Honestly, I don't know which way this series is gonna go. It can go either way. But like G said, I'm closer here to Indy, being like you said, an hour and a half away from Indy. So I'm leaning more towards them because I don't have a team in this race. I used to be an OKC fan when they had Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant did a hop, skip, and jump and went somewhere else. So I honestly was like done with that OKC thing. But I feel Indy got a good shot of taking it, and I'm gonna roll with Indy just because it's a local. But what I do notice is it's a lot of we got 4 Canadian players playing in this championship too here. So we got these foreign guys coming over here. They winning, man. You know they winning, and you got rookie of the year. But that and then the guard Halliburton, he's a good guard. But I don't know if y'all seen yesterday when he thought he was gonna be the Eastern Conference Final MVP.
Yeah.
He wasn't, like, man. So it's like, oh man, that hurt. But I'm gonna roll with Andy. I know KC, like G said, they got some good players over there. OKC, Chat, the big boy down there. You got the MVP over there with you, So it's up in the air, man. I feel either team can win it. It's just gonna come down to, like you said, the bench play probably gonna play a major part in this game, and stars being stars. It's time to live up to the moment. If you and Andy don't.
Yeah, hey, for sure. Hey, great take, DT. You too, Greg. I'm gonna have to roll. I'm rolling with OKC. I know Andy right down the street. I the reason I'm going with them is because when we look at the finals and we look at the season, sometimes the best team is just the best team. You know what I mean? Like the year when Steph and KD and them was playing, I think we all knew once that trade happened that they were probably going to win the championship that next year. You know what I mean? Just because of what they were able to bring to the table in their prime. We're talking about a Clay before he got hurt. We're talking about a Steph Curry who was, I mean, I know we talk about Brian, but at that Curry at that time, I would have been fine with you going either way with Brian or Curry, the way that they was playing ball at that time. Not saying statistically and overall, and that's a different conversation. I don't want to, because we'll be going to the left, so let me steer it back right. All right, so steer straight here. But what I'm saying is that sometimes the best team is the best team. Like with MJ, with Kobe, those years with Kobe and Shaq, even though, that Sacramento series was, the refs, I think Sacramento should have probably won that series and beat the Lakers, right? But we're talking about ifs and ands. The Blazers probably should have beat the Lakers as well. Rasheed Wallace and Damon Stoudemire and Bonzi Wells and those boys too. But sometimes the best team is the best team. And to me, Oklahoma City has handled business all year on the Eastern and the Western Conference. You know what I mean? Like they have they haven't lost 2 games in a row this whole year. I think they lost 1 game in the East. I think we initially talked about how I hate to get to this, but Paul George, his situation of him being the main focus of him being traded is what built these teams to where they are now. And so I think we're gonna have to have a talk about his legacy here soon. You know what I mean? About where Paul George ends up at, because I think you're a better podcaster right now than a ball player. I think your field is kind of going that way, which, shout out to what you got going on, but we're used to, playing ball. We were able to see, we saw when you came in the league, and we also saw the older players. So I love Indy. I love going to the games. Great basketball city. I just think OKC is the better team. And also, Greg, you made a point when we talked earlier about rest. You know what I mean? Like OKC has been able to rest a couple days, watch the game, watch how they play ball. It's a lot different when you are sitting at a team and you together and get to go do scouting together. Like, hey, this is what this guy do, this is what this guy does, and break it down to details. So I think they do have the upper hand. You know what I mean? If you ask me. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be a great series. I definitely don't think it's boring. That take is kind of outrageous to me if you like basketball. That's
a groupie take. That's a groupie take.
I agree. We got the number 1 defense versus the number 1 offense. You know what I mean? So it don't get no better than this, man. So I can't wait. So definitely series. You guys check that out, man. We'll get back to this as well while the series is going on. Guys, we're going to go here next, man. As we stay in the NBA world, the end of a legacy, NBA on TNT. Again, we know that we know that Chuck, Kenny, Ernie, Shaq will still be doing broadcasting, but it's just basically to clear it up. It's just to clarify it's just the end of TNT. So, guys, what kind of experience? What your experience by watching TNT? Growing up with these guys, growing with these guys every year, just seeing what they brought to the NBA world. Darren, let's start with you. How do you feel about this being the last road with TNT?
you know, all good things come to an end. Nothing lasts forever, but it ain't ending here. It's just going to another network. And like I said, ESPN outbidded them, you know, with the rights to the NBA. Like, but you said we grew up watching TNT. You even see Ernie when his son was on there sick, you know, and they documented that whole thing, showing him and his son in the hospital. Then only that, you had the All-Star game used to come on TNT Friday night. You go all the way to the weekend, the dunk contest and stuff like that. But I'm actually glad that it's doing this though, because not everybody has cable and not everybody can afford a streaming service. So a lot of those games gonna come on ABC and NBC, where people will be able to catch those games. It'd be affordable and everybody be able to access that. So I think it's a big move for everybody here. I just want to see how it pan out. You know, the show gonna continue to be the same. We got my guy Greg Clark. He's you know, he's the Chuck of the show. You know, you got you, the Kenny the Jet, and me, Shaq. You know, we got Greg. Greg, he has no filter. He's just gonna speak his mind. He's gonna call you soft. He's gonna call you a punk. This new era is soft. He's just gonna be who he is. You can't tame him. And you know, me, Shaq, gonna have to tell Barkley, sit down before I go inside your head.
Oh,
Hey
man.
G, I don't know how you gonna follow up here, man. What you got to say, man?
Nah. Anyway, he right. I am more like Charles Barkley, you know. So I'm gonna call it how I said. You know, you know, they call Shaq the teddy bear too. Now that he retired, but nah, though, this is gonna be weird. You know, not turning on TNT. You know, Chuck, Shaq going back and forth, rings, no rings. Kenny, you know, being like the guy who keep everything, you know, calm. Ernie is like the professor. You know, they got a balance though, because you can see like just the chemistry that they got throughout the years. You know, knowing who should start a segment first, who should end it, close it out. You know, it goes Shaq, Barkley, then you know Kenny comes with the little, you know, and then Ernie give his 2 cents. And there's one thing I liked about that show. Ernie never talked like he was a player. He always let the players give that experience to the viewers, you know, from the game. You know, he used to ask some of the best questions like, okay, Shaq, when y'all was down with Portland with 2 minutes, what was Phil saying? You don't get those questions these days like that, to let a player give the fans a view of the huddle or how the play was drawn. Well, we ain't know Kobe was going to get the ISO. You know, the whole play was to get the defender to draw in for the lob. You know, it was just certain questions that Ernie, by being a point guard up there with Chuck, when you was with Team USA in the practice, I heard this. Can you just give us some on when you and Karl Malone was going at it in practice? Or when Michael and Magic, what was said? Or Patrick Ewing and David Robinson was, you know. So I always liked the way Ernie just controlled the show, but he still allowed them to let their personality flow. And that drew a lot of us in, the funny. Like Derek said, Chuck being serious, real, pointing out things. Shaq coming in, telling Joel Embiid, you know, you should be 28 and 15 just walking, you know, and Kenny, you know, running up to the board, being like the coach at times, talking about what plays, this pick right here, this and that. So they gave us more in depth of the game that I hope they carry on it to ESPN, and that's what I'm be looking forward to their next journey.
Hey man, great taste, guys. Definitely definitely can't wait till they start on ESPN. One thing I'm gonna say, guys, is that one thing I'm gonna miss is the funny. Charles, when we talk about Charles and Shaq, y'all, and the way that Kenny and Ernie could keep it, you know what I mean? Like, to not even just bait it, but just to get it back going, because they already knew where, you know, it's been like Chuck with the women in San Antonio, right? Like them big old, you know, that was a thing for a while when he went to the spa and got the beads from the dude in the spa. I mean, dog, it's been times I go on YouTube and I literally can watch the funny, you know, they got the funniest parts and I will watch it. I mean, and literally laugh at the same stuff. You know what I mean? So it was I mean, even when they talked about what's his name? that said the two dudes beat him up. You know what's his name? That was on Empire.
Yeah,
Empire.
Oh man.
You remember that? Remember when Chuck was like, two black guys beating up another black guy, you know,
Yeah.
everybody just started dying. But it was just the realness on TV. And I think that's why we, you know, as real people and real men, that's why we gravitated to that show so well. And like you guys said, the chemistry, I mean, once you got the chemistry, man, everything else is, you know, it's there. So we just, like you said, I just want to say definitely appreciation to Ernie, man, for not, you know, not being jealous, but just being the leader there, man, and having everybody's back, but also, you know, being able to tell people like, hey, man, you know, we need to get this straight and apologize, man. You know, just try to do what he could do, because we know that's Ted Turner guy, man. You know, Barkley made jokes about it, but I knew Barkley was telling the truth. Like, that's his guy. You know what I mean? Right. So we just want to let you guys, man, we know we miss you guys. We're gonna miss you, but on TNT, but definitely can't wait till you guys get on ESPN here, and we'll and check you guys out, man. So definitely shout out to the NBA on TNT crew. And so we're gonna go here next. We were talking about it's the month of June. We got a lot of high school hoops going on in the city. Not just AAU. AAU's done right this month, right there. It's come back in July. Yeah. So we'll just touch base here quickly. DT, we'll start with you, man. How are we looking in the city right now with basketball wise? I mean, what our future? Are we looking at some good hoops this coming this fall?
Absolutely. We Cincinnati has a bunch of talent here, man. Like, I was fortunate to go watch Lando and North College Hill get back to it practice this week, and I see Lando. He got a young team. I think they're gonna be a scrappy team over there. He got a lot of guard play over there at North College Hill. I think they're gonna be a kind of up and down the court type team. But when we come to individuals here in this area, we got some guys that's big time players. Like, we got Bryce Carey, we got Josh Tyson, we got Amir Gill, we got Chris Washington, we got BJ Ross, we got Twan Henn, we got Keon, we got ballers here in Cincinnati, we got Lee Sean, you know. But
you got the boy from Hughes that went to Purcell.
That's Lee. No, they talking about from Princeton. That's Lee Sean. That's Lee.
Okay.
Lee. Yeah, that's Lee. We got a bunch of ballers. That's just, I don't know. I can't forget this kid. His last name is Johnson. He's a freshman at Sycamore, class of 2029. Oh my God, he put on a clinic up there against North College Hill. Some of this, like, he's a freshman. He was balling. I think he had about 30 points. But we got a lot of talent in here. But the stuff that Bryce Carey and Josh Tyson, like that Josh Tyson, I heard up there at Princeton, they played this weekend. They said he went and threw one down and told them motherfuckers, this is my house. Princeton and West play each other in the GMC. When you get to talking like that, you're on a whole nother level. But a lot of these guys, you know, they just got to continue to put in the work, continue to grow. I see two guys in the gym with G all the time, with Chris and BJ. They both working to get better. So I just want to see all these guys make it to the next level, because at the end of the day, I just want to see them get a free education. I don't care if it's D1, 2, or 3. I just want you to be able to go to school for free. But we got a bunch of upcoming stars here. Like, even we got another kid I left out too. If he can get his attitude and get his mind together, I'm betting the house with Ricardo Isom. If he can get his attitude and get discipline and get his grades,
bring him to me. Bring him to me, Ricardo. If you watching, come see me. You know, Derek. Link up. Derek got my number, but go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry.
If we can get Ricky to play, Ricky's a dog. Ricky put me in the mind, honestly, no offense here, of a Stephon Marbury. Like,
Ricky's a dog.
But he got to get the education.
Ricky got uncomfortable.
Like, Ricky can do anything. Ricky can play the 1 through the 5. Ricky's a baller. He's a flat out baller.
I got to see this kid.
Well, you see, he played for Aiken. He played at Aiken this past year, but he came back home to Taft. He's back down at Taft now with Twan and Keon and Suki and Bing. See, I didn't even mention those names. Like, Bing is one of the best young point guards in the city. He played a game control. He plays unselfish. Like, he's one of the better young guards in the city. And I got my little cousin Alex over at Hughes too. Davenport, he's balling. But all these guys got to continue to put in the work. And I want these guys to play unselfish basketball. When you play together, the team performs better. Nobody has to be the man. Let's all be a unit, a team, and carry on. Well, hey, and I heard this today. a coach in high school basketball. He coached. He over in the CMAC. He said, "Ain't nobody beating Lakota West." He said they won't lose.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, DT. Hey, we appreciate that, man. Thank you for getting out to that practice too to kind of check that out and see what's going on. I know you got your ear to the streets, man. Hey, G, what you got? What you thinking, man?
I'm just gonna be honest with the fans. I mean, with the audience. My bad, not fans, but the audience. I don't know as much as Derek on a high school. I ain't gonna lie, I faded off. But they do tell me and keep me informed. I appreciate that from them. But I'm gonna go a little bit over. I want the kids to really take the off season serious. Mentally. The physical part. The mind gonna lead the body. So I just want you to not be yourself from last year. Add to your game. Don't be content with your game. A lot of y'all got talent from what Derek, Fred, B, they all be telling me. They be telling me these names and I take these guys' words because they know hoops. So I just want y'all to get better every day. It's a lot of talent out here. It's guys go out of town to different tournaments and they hear people from Cali, Kansas City, Florida talking about all this talent in Cincinnati, but then you got some people say, well, they do got it, but they ain't putting forth more effort. So when they do go to tournaments, it'd be a whole different scenario. I just want y'all to continue to build on y'all game. Like y'all say, y'all bag. Keep adding to that bag because like Derek said, I don't care what division you playing in. I want you to get in school. You know what I'm saying? Because if hoop don't work, you got an opportunity to get a career. I know we all want to be hoopers, but I want you to have a career, something after hoop if it don't work. So I want to tell all the young hoopers out there that's going to be in these tournaments and everything, give your all. Somebody watching and always add to your game because, sky's the limit for you guys and it's time going fast. It's going fast. If you a freshman, it's going to feel like in 2 weeks you're going to be a junior. That's how these seasons going, and shout out to the guys that's playing 2 sports. You ain't sticking to one. You going to play football. So knowing that your body will change through the rigors, just stay adding on to that. And first of all, make sure them damn grades right. I don't give a damn what jump shot, crossover, drop step, windmill. Fred can send me clips. Derek can send me clips. I'm gonna say, what's his grade? If he tell me F's, I call you a bum. Use a bum. I don't care. Get them grades together. Be focused in school. Tell you, I want you to be an athlete scholar if it was up to me, but I'm just pushing you young men to be something, and keep adding to your game.
Hey, and definitely, definitely, Greg, you're right, man. Student athlete, student comes first, right? So
Right.
we definitely want to make sure we pushing that, guys. Shout out to all the young brothers that DT mentioned there. We want to see you guys. We're gonna definitely come and check you guys out, and and also possibly have you guys on the pod, soon.
Yeah.
Get you guys so we can get you some not just notoriety, but also to help. It's kids that's younger than you. It's kids that look up to you guys. Y'all guys are setting the example. You know what I mean? And so we want to make sure that these kids understand. But also, what I want to say is youngsters, quit looking at the Jason Tatums and the Halliburtons and the SGAs. There's other players out there, like the Nemharts and the Carusos that people are showing you how that if you can play a certain role and you can buy into a system, you can make millions for years. And that's just not in the pros. That's overseas. That's in college with NIL. Let's understand everybody, when you get to college, everybody the same. Everybody can do everything. This is when work ethic comes in. And I'm not just talking about the gym, right? And putting in the weight room. I'm talking about watching film. I'm talking about studying other people's games. I'm talking about doing the groundwork to understand when you get out there and people like, man, you on a whole different level, because this is what happened to me when I got to school. I was good. I was a great ball player in Ohio. I was a top 5 in my position. Lost to North Carolina Chill by, Derek, like we talked about earlier, still a thorn in my back. But when
what you put up, Fred? What was that stat line that you put up against North Carolina Chill?
28 and 14, 28 points, 14 rebounds.
Okay.
So,
That was against Mayo now, right?
Actually, it was against Dane the year after. So the year after. So yeah, when Mayo was gone, my senior year, remember Mayo left junior year. So he was playing in West V. But I played against Mayo. I played against the Bill Walkers, and so that was another point I was gonna make too. Is that I haven't seen a kid like him since we played. You know what I mean? Since high school and stuff like that. But if you're talking about a professional, if you're talking about putting your work in, please go back and check these guys out. Check the Derrick Roses out. Check the Eric Gordons out. The Jeff Teagues. These guys were not. They're not just on podcasts talking. These guys were the best of the best. and what I mean by that is that they studied the game, they watched the game, but it was a high competition. People wasn't teaming up. They stayed on their own AAU teams. And now a few of them, in certain tournaments, right? Eric Gordon played with Mean Streets with Derrick Rose a couple times. Derrick Rose even talked about running around trying to catch OJ Mayo in a tournament. You know what I mean? Like, so these guys were just on a heavy competition level, man. And so I just want you guys to continue to buy in, be respectful to your coaches, be respectful to your mom and your pops. They doing a lot, sacrificing to make sure you get what y'all need. So go ahead, Derek. Go ahead and finish it up. You're on mute, bro. Mute.
We can't mention this high school basketball without mentioning Cam Mercer. We got to give a shout out to Cam Mercer, kid 15U here, playing on the 16 and under team, the U.S. team, with some big-time stars. You know, Cam signed with OTE to play down there in Atlanta, so you're going to be doing some big-time balling down there as well, which, you know, that lead your eligibility to go to college and also earn money while you're there. But that Cam Mercer kid, he played on a team with Eric Dampier Jr. sons on that team, Swagoo, the ESPN and play for his son on the team. And I was looking at that roster. It's a bunch. All those guards is like 6'5", like man, 4, 6'10". So they play their first game is tomorrow night. It's in Mexico. They playing in Mexico. I think it's 1 o'clock our time here, Eastern time. So check them out. Big shouts out to Cam Mercer. And Mercer's a guy that we can, you know, he's giving a blueprint. He's doing something that nobody from Cincinnati ever done. So big shouts out to Cam and Craig Mercer.
Hey, shout out to you, Cam Mercer, man, for sure, man. Y'all, we'll be tuning in too, man. So, hey, guys, we're going to go ahead and switch this up a little bit, man. We're going to definitely with the sports, man. So, Cam, definitely shout out to you, brother, and your family, man. Now, guys, we're going to get into this, man. Well, why is being in love not enough, man? We wanted to transition from the sports because we also want to just bring up different topics as you guys can start seeing in the pod recently. DT, we're gonna start with you here, man. And the relationship, married, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. Why is love not enough anymore? Was it enough back then when we were coming up? You know what I mean? Because we are living in different times. But basically, you know, why is it not enough to make sure that your relationship could last, or you know, or could be happy? Go ahead.
In my honest opinion, I think love isn't enough because social media has ruined everything. And a lot of people, not even just love, a lot of people not looking for love no more. They just looking for hookups. They looking for lust. They lust. And I just want to, just hit that thing. So a lot of people not even looking for love, but I think social media does a whole lot. Not only just the social media, you got the peer pressure, these messy friends, whether it's a guy or a girl, most of the time it's the messy ladies. Girl, why you let him do you like that and all this and that? But in my case here, man, and me being honest, I know for a fact social media, I was a married guy before, and before that I was in another extended relationship before that. But I was one of them punks that every time something went on in my house, I get mad and I vent to Facebook. And my grandma, she was the realest person to me. What's your bitch ass going to Facebook for? They don't want to hear that. Like, they don't care about that weak ass shit. Like, my grandma used to tell me, you sound like a straight bitch going on there putting the world in your business. And I honestly have matured. I don't even post nothing really on Facebook about nothing that I go through no more. But in my younger days, I was one of them young punks that's put my whole life on Facebook. My whole relationship. If she made me mad, I go upload 1 million songs on the book. My guys would come like, hey, you and your feelings over there, we know something going on. Just off of me posting the music. And, you know, she's like, oh, you sending subliminals with your music? So I had to block her on Facebook and all that. We can't be friends. But the thing about it, it all comes down to peer pressure and letting the outside in. When you marriage or boyfriend, girlfriend, you got to keep all those things in the house. The moment somebody gets inside your house, they can divide you. You know, me personally, you know, hey, love is hard, man. But love, like Music Soul Child said, man. You heard the song, Love. So many people use the name in vain, man. It's crazy, you know. But hey, I'm gonna let my guy Greg handle. He the love doctor.
Love doctor. What you got? What you got? Love doctor.
I mean, hold on.
So
You
deep.
said, hold on. Why is being love is not enough? I mean, probably back in the day, I ain't gonna say. You know what? Probably I'm gonna use the word probably because we was too young to know. Now that we grown, we can see and we going through what some of our parents thought was love. So, you know, we didn't understand the feeling, you know, but I just think that word love is used loosely these days, you know, just to get somebody. And a lot of times in a relationship when two people come together, one be up and one be down. So if you up, your partner, your girl, your dude expect you to help them get to the level you on. And you know, most of the time it's not really true love. It's more of a lust, like Derek said. It's a hookup. They probably liked you because okay, he or she is cute. Other than that, they want to see what do you got going on in your life. Can they capitalize on that? And what they do is they put this role on to make you think you in love, tell you nice things and this and that. But the whole time, they got a time limit on you to do things for you. You mean for you to do things for them. You know, they might put themselves in an always precarious situation for you to bail them out to see is you really for them. Okay, girl, I got one. That's the word is going out. Or look, can you cash out me money? I'm going to the bar with my girls. You know, you got guys do it too. They going out with their dudes. They ain't got food, no money for food. Hey, girl, can you cash out me 50? You know, but a lot of people is not paying attention to these patterns that's being played on them because they really genuinely feel that they love this person, but not knowing that you're being used. And I hate to bring this up because I'm against the violence, but that's why a lot of guys snap because they took somebody that didn't have nothing and start making something, and then they starting to feel played and used. At first, when they, you know, hurt, it's like, okay, maybe that was just once, but it's a pattern. And then there's people that stand knowing that they being used and they afraid of being by themselves. And women and men can use that, you know, knowing that, okay, this person can't cook, clean, wash. He need me for that. I can do what I do, but once I leave, babe, I need you to come back, or you know, please, you know, I'm sorry. Nah. And a lot of people just out here with, what is it? What you bring to the table. I know y'all see that a lot. 6'5". You got to have a big such and such. You got to make this amount. You know, you got people that ain't doing nothing. They want to be a stay-home wife. You know, the way the economy is now, if you ain't rich, you know, I think together as a team, y'all need to think as a team, you know, braid something for it and grow. And if you ain't doing that, you know, a lot of people be like, okay, I got my own, you got your own, we can be cool. But when you tell a person that, okay, continue to do what you've been doing since you met me, they'll look at you crazy and be like, what you mean? Nah, because if a person really wants you, they'll change their ways to be with you. They'll stop doing all this X, Y, and Z in order to really genuinely like you, love you, and want to be with you. But a lot of people start off with that money and they think that's going to trigger the person. That person got money. The smart person going to say, all right, you going to do that? Go ahead and do that. But I got mine. You know, so that true love, I think it's just a word that's being used. And I ain't going to lie, some people out there genuinely do love, but everybody's not loving. They want opportunity. They want to come up. You know, there's people I know been helped to get beauty salons. I know some people that got little boutiques. There's people right now is not truly happily married. They playing a role, bruh. They playing an absolutely role because the perks that come with that person. They know that person not attractive. Okay, I'm gonna stay with it because he's gonna give me a lifestyle that a guy like Derek, Greg won't give me. But I do like Derek. I love Derek and Greg, but they hip to me. So I gotta take him, this simp over here, and use him I might take Greg and Derek out for appreciation for being around with his money. With his money. So, you know, people gotta, you know, keep their eyes and ears open, you know, and watch out for the bull. Cause you can be caught up in this shit, and next thing you know, you didn't invest it. Relationship is an investment. And your investment don't turn out to be what it is. You was a come up, bruh.
G, oh man, you was stepping right there for sure, man. You made a lot of great points. DTU as well too, man. Dr. Clark, appreciate you, man. Just what I'm gonna say is, hey man, I'm just gonna touch base, man. G, you pretty much stepped there, so I'll keep mine short, man. I don't, and like you said, I think Derek, like you made a great point. In this time of day, it's not enough because everybody is, what can you do for me? You know what I mean? It turned from you know, I just remember back in the day what you could do for yourself, and it's now what this person could do for me or what they bring into my life. And they don't realize it's more of an energy thing. It's more of a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? That should be coming in your life other than a monetary thing. We cannot take these things with us, right? It gives us a certain value while we're here on earth. I know a lot of shitty motherfuckers that got a lot of money. I know some niggas that did some dirt, and I know some girls that did some people. I'm sorry. It did some people dirty on the phone. I mean, did some people dirty in life that didn't get a chance to that is dealing with this situation right here. The worst thing you can do to me is have me looking stupid. I think the biggest thing as well is that this is just me. Your girl gotta love you more than you love her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about you have to, and I'm just gonna say it. You gotta love me more than I love you. You know what I mean? Not that I wouldn't, not that you're putting more into it, but I'm looking at your actions. Like G said, what are you change? I'm looking at how you change, and I might, you know, I might. You know, I might say something like, man, I need to start eating a little healthier. I go in the kitchen. Oh, we got all the fruits in there. You know, we got the sea moss in there. She didn't did this. She didn't upgrade it because she like, hey, babe just mentioned this. See, this is somebody that's going out their way to spend their funds to make sure you got what you needed to do. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get back to consideration and also just caring. Fuck the love. Like, just caring about somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you care about somebody and you want them to do well, everybody say that's your brother and your sister. They throw that shit around. You know what I mean? Like, that's my bro. Nah, bro, bro, man, that nigga don't care if you know, you don't even give you no inspiration. You know, even talk to him. I ain't saying giving him no money. I ain't saying doing this and that, but I'm just saying you get on the phone with him, you giving him at least, you know, you're being positive. You're telling them, you're giving him affirmations. You're telling him like, hey brother, you can do, like, I hate to say it, it's cliche, but you really can do what you really want to do in life. You know what I mean? If you really want to do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that are that just graduated this year with their doctorate degree that are doctors now, you know, that's older than they 40s and 50s. Like, listen, your path is your path. Right. So I think people got to realize at the end of the day, love is it's just a word until you show me that you do love me and that you consider how I feel about things. Because it takes a person that really love you is to know they feel a certain way, but they like, damn, I know G ain't gonna like that. All right, I just ain't gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it take a person that really got love for you to switch up on how they feel about something because they care about how G might look at it. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think at the end of the day, as quick fellas, you know, you can't listen to these Drakes and everybody. Oh, first date, I took, you know, I bought her a car. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, like, listen, that is a 1% of, you know, if you want him, you know what I'm saying? You know, get on the damn waiting list. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how so many people bought into this internet shit, right? Where it's not reality. But then you get like, gee, you talked about it. Then you talk about Kevin Samuels. When somebody break your reality and actually put you back into reality, you're mad at him?
Yeah, because he woke up. Because they realized it was more lames out here that outweighed real guys. I ain't gonna use the N word. Real guys, and what it was, they woke up. The nerdy dude with the 4.0 summa cum laude dude got all the real estate. He found out, like, let me see what he talking about. And he looked like a Kevin Samuels. You know, they promoting you to be a stepdad. Not saying nothing wrong with it, but that's a promotion that's being brought to the table. It's me and my kids at the table. You got to make sure we're good. Oh, by the way, me and my baby daddy, we kick it every now and then. What? These are conversations I be hearing. Like, so I'm not a man if I can't take care of you and your kids, but you don't put your baby father on child support assistance? Nah, because you with me, those gonna be your kids too. Then they say you ain't a man, but they applaud man that will do that. And shout out to the man that will do that, but every man ain't for that. You know, so when Kevin Samuels, when
go ahead, G.
When Kevin Samuels told his experience about being a stepdad, and shout out to comedian T.K. Kirkland. He said it's one of the worst things he ever did because long as you saying yeah, your relationship with that kid is good.
Mm-hmm.
You say no when you ain't around, they in a huddle in mama's room talking about, I want him gone. I don't want him here. Mama, he yelled at me. You know, stuff like that. But it's good for me to take care of this kid and spoil him, but it's not good for me to discipline him. That's part of that love. Nah, you can't do nothing. You can't do that with them. Oh, all right, cool. But Kevin Samuels just opened up a different door for guys with low self-esteem and thought they was handsome, good looking. He built their confidence up. Go to the fucking gym. Keep yourself groomed. Wear suits on Sunday. You know, speak up for yourself. Stop chasing. You know, they see you. They're going to come find out. See, when you come thirsty, this and that, they're going to take advantage of you because your self-esteem is low. You know, so it's just guys out here that just woke now, and now girls want to use this word sassy because you got standards as a man. You got standards as a man, what you not going to do. Because I use this term a lot. It's not a cocky or arrogance. I get asked why I ain't got kids, why I ain't married. Greg, you a good-looking guy. You nice this. I appreciate all that. My why, you never asked me, am I'm happy first before you get into all that. Because sometimes a lot of people in their position are happy. I'm in the Raptors looking at the game that y'all playing. Hey, guess what? I got a floor seat too. I'm sitting next to Spike. Oh, Derek, I'm sitting next to Derek right now. The notes being took. And plus, my mama gave me the game anyway. Shout out to Tracy Clark. My mama gave me the game. Things she done did and see it. I'm telling you, so how I'm looking things, and I took a lot of stuff in. Shout out to my brother Tay Clark too. I took bits and pieces, and I designed myself this way. The critics gonna come. I was mentally strong for that to come. I was already prepared. Started at 18. So as I got knowledge, growth, saw how things was, and I participated in things too that made me say I ain't want to be that. So I can take the hit too. I know when I was doing wrong. So at the end of the day, you could blame me and say this, say that. I designed myself this way through seeing with a lot of stuff. And I've been through some things too to put me in this peace. I'm in peace. And I'm happy in peace.
Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. But G, that was definitely man. I think this was great. And just getting different perspectives, y'all. So of course we trying to build dialogue. One thing I am gonna end this with is Kevin Samuels talked about Vivica Fox. Everything he said about Vivica Fox ended up coming true. So if y'all don't believe that, please go back into the research. Listen, documentation beat conversation. You hear what I'm saying? So Kevin Samuels, RP, man, we was blessed to have you for the time that you was here and to kind of give us the game. And thank you so much, man. It definitely condolences to your family as well. Also, man, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna stay in the relationship area here, man. And I just want to know, because I think this is a young people topic, but let's just see what you guys think. Is body count an issue? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this because I want to know, because growing up, and this is where now that I'm older now, like G, you was talking about a lot of stuff that we participated in early, that now that I'm older, I'm gonna be honest. As long as she ain't, hit the whole block, I'm cool. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that I'm definitely more mature now. Well, I remember in high school, everybody wanted a girl that that ain't been with nobody, this and that. But them girls wasn't no fun. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. Like, the girls, I mean, the girls that I encountered that was fun, and it's my past now. This is my past. I'm just saying, like, is this I see the youngsters nowadays, and they might not care. They might think about it different either, but I just see this topic comes up a lot. And so, G, we'll start with you, man. Is body count an issue when you're looking for your partner or looking to, possibly get in a relationship or get married?
I mean, you got some people. To me, with me, I'm very observant, and I feel like I got taste. So if I see a chick, especially she got kids, like, okay, we can do the math. Like, okay, yeah. Me personally, I don't go asking body counts. I just don't, because I can pretty much, not saying she hitting everybody or been through everybody. I know she has some bodies. And it ain't me just like judging a book by its cover, but I gotta okay, cool. But for some people, it don't matter. I mean, it just don't matter because I got you or they got you at that moment. So it's what they gonna do. And then that word love, they probably think they saw love at first sight, but we might look and say, well, dude, wow. I mean, but them girls, they could change their life too. You can definitely do a 180, and a lot of people I think don't ask the body count, even they trying to make it that. Because if you really rock with somebody, I think a person gonna still go through it with them. But there's some people that might have said, "Oh nah," guys talk. It's a lot of pillow talking going around. So they're, or they just want a little pit stop. They know your body count. They just want to see what's up. They heard, woo, woo, woo. Women do it too. They hear it about guys. The women be like, "Oh, he got hoes. I know you got hoes," but they still try you though. They still try you because Shorty might have told old girl like, "Look, he ain't got no kids or nothing, but look, hey, I'm married now. I can't. But hey." So next thing you get home, the DM on Instagram was like, "You was at the party with such and such. Yeah, I wanted to say something, but you left early." Okay. And then you do 2 and 2 together, like, okay. It get, guys' names. Imagine what them beauty salons saying. Not the barbershops. The beauty salon is more deadlier. Deadly. The nail shop is deadly. Them little petty and many dates. Imagine what's being said. They been stepped on last night. He got dragged, bro. Shorty got dragged, bro. Imagine what she telling Tamika. But she in that situation, she can't. Tamika curious because we all friends on Facebook.
Right.
When you get that DM, like, boy, you crazy. What you talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that body count don't really matter to certain people. It's about their moment. Jared, you know about the moment? It's on you.
I always live in the moment. That's one thing about me, man. But that body count thing about it, you can never erase history. But body count is not an issue to me. In this day and age, I don't care about your body count. Let me see your mat chart. Go on your phone and pull that mat chart up. Let me make sure you ain't got no diseases or nothing like that.
That's a fact.
Cincinnati is a small place. 9 out of 10, people bumping against each other. It is what it is. It's a cycle. So, but the body count, I'm never going to ask a woman how many bodies you got or nothing like that. But hey, can I see your mat chart? Because guess what? You go on your phone and pick that passcode in, and it's gonna run it down.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Oh God.
Exactly.
I don't care about your body count. Let me see your mat chart. But that's it, man. You got rather safe. You want to be safe. You don't want to be sorry, man. So let me see your mat chart because I know a lot of people out here, man, living crazy. Like I said before in our last show, if I won't hit you, we know who will.
No, Lord. That's crazy.
Hey, that's great. Hey, what I'm gonna say too, man, to bounce off both of what you guys said, G, definitely what you said, man, about the pillow talking. See, what happens is a lot of the guys, right? They knew they dropped the ball back in the day, right? Because like you said, G, sometimes these women, we're not done developing, right? We evolving. So that same girl that you had back at this time, now you see her, you like, right? So guess what they do? Just like anything, when it's hot, what they say, they want to have some type of ties to you. Oh, my cousin used to. Oh, you know, hey, remember, you know what I mean? You hear that so much, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? Or they try to get back in, or they try to, you know what I mean? And so it's like you was disrespectful trying to make me feel a certain way, but understanding what I got, right? You know what I mean? And also, like you said, it's history. So me tripping over, all I'm gonna do is end up losing the person because we talking about something I can't got no control over in the first place. Either be a grown man and shut the fuck up or get the fuck on, because at the end of the day, we got the same issue, right?
Yeah,
I'm not about to go down the whole goddamn paper telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can listen. Your girl can be sitting next to a motherfucker that you like this. Oh shit! You know, you walk up to a birthday party, right? You like this. I mean, I know it. I know you would have walked in a couple places. You know, you like this. Oh shit! I remember. You know what I'm saying? That was about 5 years ago. That was about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying is that you just don't know, but you're gonna handle it as a man. I'm not about to bring, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make it feel awkward. I don't feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you walking around, if you married now, hey brother, congratulations, man. You know what I mean? I'm not here to, you see what I'm saying? Like, to even be connected or even be, you know, that's in the past. You know, what happened there. But you know, we're grown adults. At this age of our life, you're not finding anybody that don't have a body count. Period. You know what I mean? Unless you're waiting until marriage. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's Lord, I love you, Lord. I love you. Listen, oh God, that's just one thing I disagree with. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I need a little taste for when we get to that place. You know, I ain't even trying to rhyme. I'm not waiting to move in with my girl when we get married. We're moving in early because I have to know what you do and how I do and see if that works together. You know what I'm saying? So that old school thing, that's cool. And that might, listen, it's just like when people bring up the 50-50, you know, that topic, right? Yeah. What works for you works for you.
That's a fact.
People gotta fucking stop it. Like, we didn't have this much shit going on growing up. Our parents didn't, because they did what they had to do to make sure that we had what we needed. We're talking about nonsense. We wasting our time talking about nonsense. I read something the other day talking about if the dude paid the rent and you take care of the other bills. I mean, if the girl paid the rent and he take care of the other bills, is that him not taking care of the house? Do that make sense to you? If I'm taking care of the other bills, you taking care of the rent? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Am I paying bills? You paying bills, right?
You cable? Because you got food.
Yeah, you got food. Your water, is the water on? You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, you know what I mean? And so it's Rumpke, you know, you gotta pay trash. You know, where I live, you gotta pay for trash. You know, if trash getting picked up, all I'm saying is this: is that what works for you works for you. And we just gotta stop with everything else, quit living in this goddamn fairy tale world, and wake the hell up, man. So youngsters, this for y'all. You know what I mean? This conversation is for y'all, so y'all can stop having this conversation, because at the end of the day, and G, I'm gonna let you end it here because I got something else to say. But we got it, y'all youngsters. Y'all wasting your time. Get past it. Get past it. You hear me? Like who likes you? Go ahead. G.
That what you just said is what I was gonna say. Like who like you, and who like you don't always be the dime. I ain't never saw a dime. I saw some pretty women, but I don't be putting all that. But like who like you, because the process gonna be better. You can't be with somebody you gotta chase. You will never catch them. And if you got to chase, they really not interested. And don't never date nobody that say you grew on to them, because they weren't feeling. I'm giving you game, youngster. If anybody say, oh, you grew on me, get out of there. Because once it's how you start the relationship, how you met that person is what they're going to continue. Tracy told me, son, never do something that a woman going to say you stop doing. She told me that. If you're not a door opener, I know it's gonna rub some people the wrong way. Females who watch this, don't open the door. Women do petty stuff. We remember that, and guess what? That's gonna be that argument. You used to open the door for me. You used to pull my chair out. We start little petty arguments like that to get up under your skin and let you know like you ain't caring, to get you back where we want you. What we want you. Women like to control relationships. This from a lady, not a man. A woman told me this. She said we the best manipulators. We found little things to argue. The house can be quiet, clean, this, and that. We'll lay in the bed and think of that. Well, you don't remember back in November 28th when we went down to Prime? Yeah, you ain't open my door. That you be like, I'm a big the 28th. You thinking? Yeah, I remember that. See, that's what I'm talking about. To get you, okay, baby. Be like Derek. Go get a dozen roses. Go get some chocolate. Go get the little foot thing. Go pay for Manny and Patty. Put him back in pocket. And don't let a woman tell you because you ain't paying all the bills that you broke.
You see it, y'all.
They use that. They use that. I know you a car swiper, Derek. I already know. You that told me.
The only thing my car swiping is that slit in between their legs.
Okay, you got it now, Derek. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it, Derek. Go ahead.
Okay, then.
Hey, I don't have anything else to say. What's understood don't need to be explained. But, like I said, body count shouldn't be an issue, but my chart should be. It's a lot of people out here having unprotected sex. The STD rates are high here in the city.
On fire.
Come with your my chart. You can pull it up on your phone. I don't care if you got Mercy. You go to UC. They all is integrated. They all use Epic. It's the same system. You put them 4 digits in, and you can pull it up on your phone and show it to me. It's just that easy.
That easy. Hey, y'all, make sure, and just on that note to close out, man, make sure y'all get checked, man. Make sure, youngsters, please, strap the fuck up, man. Like, have some discipline, man. Have some discipline. It is not about how many girls that shit don't do nothing in the real world. It don't get, it don't make you no money. It don't do nothing. You actually start losing value because at the end of the day, you have to have discernment. Every woman, every woman that you come across, that energy you don't need. You know what I mean? And so people do believe in soul ties. Sometimes you take on their struggles, take on their energy from, doing certain things. So just make sure y'all, y'all just, y'all think about that and y'all, and just like I said, just get some discipline, man. So, hey guys, we're going to go here, man. Definitely got to the end of the show, man. Every month we do this right here, our Making the Right Play MVP of the month. DT, I'm going to go ahead and let you take over this, man. And who we rolling with this month?
This month we rolling with one of our own, man. We rolling with the guy there, G. Clark, man. He's like no other, So he's like no other, Greg. You a good guy here, and I'm gonna read you this something from my heart that I wrote too, man. I said, Greg, you are an inspiration, man. Your passion for fitness and helping others is contagious. I'm glad I ignored Big Brother Chris' advice and approached you and the crew at Planet Fitness. Since then, we've built a great camaraderie, and I look forward to our workouts and trash talk. Your dedication to your craft is admirable, and I love how you say it. Training chose you. It's clear it's your calling from God. Thank you for making our community a better place, one rep at a time. Health is indeed the new wealth. You are a key contributor to that mindset, Greg. Keep leading the way. You are truly our MVP.
Man, appreciate that, bro. Whew.
Hey, DT. Hey, G, before you talk, G, what I'm gonna say, DT read that to me like a couple of weeks ago because DT was like, we talked about this, and instead of doing it every week, we was like, let's just do it once a month. That way, it's a little bit more, more valuable and special. You know what I mean? And so, I couldn't agree with him more, man. What you have done to bring the fellas, you brought brothers together that didn't know each other. I feel like I know Derek and Rail and B for years. You know what I mean?
Right,
like same way with you, G, running into you again at the grocery store. Hey, Fred, he ain't gonna tell you, he ain't gonna force your hand, but he gonna, hey man, I'm back over here, bro. Like, come on, get in here, man. And so it's been great, man. It's like, I got a more, a brother, we're in a brotherhood, man. I got a big brother. I know where we can rely on. I know you going. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, two things I'm gonna say here, man. One thing I mentioned to you all the time that I love when you said I designed myself like this. That is something that hits home with me crazy because I'm still designing myself. You know what I mean? And so I admire the discipline. I admire that you're gonna stand on all 10 with what you believe and what you feel. You don't waver. And we got a lot of guys, you know what I mean? A lot of people that's not that solid, they'll switch up. If not, Greg gonna be the 10th guy, right? 9 of them agree. Greg said, hell no, fuck that. I don't agree. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the jury. We gonna be here for
respectfully, I agree.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna be jury, we got another 24 hours, y'all. We can't, we had a deadlock, because G said, hey, hold on. Why we don't have an answer here? But I just want to say that's not only you're just a leader. It's those simple things, man, that you had the way you pay attention to detail when we working out, and also been able to see the improvement in everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you help people out of dark times, and you also just continue to, to help the youth. And so, just taking your time out that, they go to work, then come to the gym and put them type of hours in, man. It's it's possible, man. We just appreciate you, man, and we just wanted to definitely give you your flowers and let other people give you your flowers as well. What you're doing for the community and what you're doing for us. So appreciate you, brother.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really appreciate that. Like, you know, I'm like, that's dope, man. Like, I don't do nothing to, you know what I'm saying, to toot my horn or nothing like that. People tell me to post myself working out. Nah, I get enjoyment of seeing the guys around me improve. Like I said, y'all doing the work. Yeah, I might set up the workouts. I'm on a journey with you. I'm beside you. I'm not ahead of you. I'm not behind you. I'm right next to you. And that's what everybody who I come across. If I can help, I will help. Advice, and I'm the same. I go to y'all for advice. Y'all done help me with stuff, you know, reps and go up. We should do this. So y'all help me be a better person and trainer, son, brother as well. And I really appreciate this. I didn't expect it. You know, I thought Derek was being funny at first, you know how he is, but, you know, Derek clown and play a lot. But when Derek speaking from the heart, he one of the real ones. I ain't gonna lie, like, because he can put some stuff together. And, you know, but I don't know if that's a side that everybody know. And Fred, like I said, him mentally strong, father, give great advice. Derek give great advice. B get great advice. Real get great advice. And I take everything from y'all, stuff I learned from y'all, and I add it to help me design myself. Because I always tell myself I'm always under construction, mentally and physically. I ain't got it. So I add, I'm under construction. Working out, I'm under construction. So I really appreciate that from y'all, man. I really do. Appreciate that, bro.
For sure. Go ahead, DT.
Hey, no doubt. But I want to say this to our fans, our viewers, you know, the people that's watching. If y'all see Greg out of the community, let him know, you know, thank him for being the MVP. But also, he's a greedy guy. So if you don't mind buying him lunch or anything like that,
no, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
No, he ain't lying.
I'll take gas cards. I'll take EBT. You know, if you see me in the line, you got EBT, groceries. If you say Greg, go ahead, I'll swipe it. Listen, excuse me, old lady. I'm sorry, man. I'll gladly step over and beep, beep. Appreciate it.
Hey, and I want to touch base too here, man. G, definitely, man. We appreciate you. And I want to say also too, one thing I always say, man, and I think we do this a lot. We all do it well. Is that we don't give advice that we won't take. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing I would ever give or say to anybody that I haven't took or that I wouldn't take. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, that's another reason why our conversations and the camaraderie that we do have is that we can take a little bit from everybody and kind of make it into what we need it to be. You know what I mean? And so you get things from different people, but I think just us showing up, right, seeing the consistency and able to see each other continue to get better and grow. That, like you said, G, not only has G, that's G take that he loves, but it's also something that I've been loving. I'm the same way with DT. I know that you see it. I know B see it. And I know Rail sees it. So, let's just continue to grow, get better with each other, man, and grow, man. But definitely, man, this is our MVP of the month, man. Making the Right Play podcast, MVP of the month, guys. And so since we done with that, man, guys, any last words before we go ahead and kick it off here and we go on about our day? DT, what's up?
Hey, like I said, I just want to thank everybody for coming along on this journey. Make sure y'all tune into this episode when it's dropped. You know, please like, share, and subscribe. We accept all feedback, even if it's negative. We might disagree with it. We don't mind the feedback. We had one on your TikTok, Fred, that you posted up, and the guy, he made a comment or, whatever he said. We appreciate that because all that's going to do is allow us to help us to grow more. We want to be able to give you guys quality content and subjects that matter to you all. So thanks again for all the, the love and the appreciation that you guys have shown.
What's up, G? Any last words?
I just want to piggyback off what Derek said: the love, the support, and the feedback. And we don't mind if you want us to, like Fred said, cover something else. Is it something that we missed? Something you want us to elaborate on even more? We here for all that. We want to cover everything. Yes, our main thing is sports, but we more versatile to go to, what's like going on in the city, stuff that's happening in the news worldly. We can tap on that. You know, we not always gonna have the right answers, so we take the criticism and stuff like that. We all give our point of views on things, but I really appreciate the fans, not the fans, but the audience. You know, like, subscribe, share, tell your cousin, people at the barbershop, everybody, you know, to come check us out.
Definitely, man. Yeah. And thanks for that, Greg and DT. I'm just gonna say this, guys. The number one thing is please continue to like, share, subscribe to our platform. Of course, we're trying to get bigger, and the best way we can do that is from you guys. We want you guys to come up with a name that we can call y'all, like Squad, whatever. Like, I see this is happening a lot. I want you guys to be a part of us as much as possible. You know what I mean? And so, again, this is for you guys, but this is also for us, and we're just continuing to build, man. So we just appreciate anybody that's taking their time out to watch us, anybody, you know what I mean? And so, you know, again, thanks for that. City of Cincinnati, appreciate y'all as well. We love y'all, man. You know, friends and family, we love y'all too. Whoever reposted, whoever shared us, man. Again, the smallest things, we just appreciate it, man. We're gonna continue to build. And other than that, guys, we just want to say thank you guys for tuning again to Making the Right Play podcast, episode 6. And we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.